type of social enterprise, social firm. Social firm is a business set up to create employment for those most severely disadvantaged in the labor market. Social firms aim to integrate people who might otherwise find it difficult in the mainstream job market, such as people with learning disabilities or mental health problems. Social firm is a business created to employ people who have a disability or are otherwise disadvantaged in the labor market. Its commercial and production activities are undertaken in the context of a social mission, with profits going back into the company to further its goals. The firms grew out of disillusionment with mainstream businesses and the failure to recognize or enable everyone's potential. All workers are paid a market rate wage or salary that is appropriate to the work. Social firms can be successful businesses. Let's look at the video presenting examples.
Money, we're told, makes the world go round. Business, commerce and profits shape the society we live in. But there are hundreds of companies in the UK that want to do more than just make cold hard cash. Many of these companies trade for greater social good and still make money. They're known as social firms. But what exactly is a social firm?
A social firm is a commercial enterprise that employs disadvantaged people in the business. Scotch Bonnet is a catering company that provides African and Caribbean food for corporate events. Scotch Bonnet's been trading now for about 2.5 years and we have been really very successful. Hi, morning Will.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, how are you? As well as being a commercial business, it's tailored towards supporting people with learning disabilities and mental health needs to work effectively within the kitchen.
Taste it. Okay, I'm going to taste it.
Although it's tough to run a social enterprise, the rewarding bit is seeing people develop the skills and to see them grow in confidence.
Yeah, this job makes you feel more confident, gives you more confidence, and it also is a challenge. It helps show you that you're independent and that you're capable, you can do it, but you've got to believe in yourself that you can do it.
Aquamax is an aquarium company which installs and maintains aquariums around the country in various places, Birmingham, Bradford, and I've been working for them about a year.
Aquamax is a social firm, which means that 25% of the workforce has to be disadvantaged in the workplace. We employ profoundly deaf people and it gives them a chance to get a foot on the employment ladder. I really like working with Robin. I've never worked with anybody who's deaf before. It's kind of challenged my prejudices. Just because somebody's deaf doesn't mean they're different from anybody else.
It's a great job because you meet different people all the time. It's not like being indoors where you're with the same people every day. Here you meet different faces, you see different faces, meet different people all the time. It's very enjoyable. You're meeting doing fresh things all the time, meeting new people.
So there you have it. Social firms make profits like any other business, employ people who really struggle to obtain and hold down jobs, and best of all, make a real difference to people's lives. Wouldn't it be great if all businesses were like this?
Social firms are one type of social enterprise. They are defined as a business that trades for a social purpose. The original social firms were established well before the term came into use in the 1980s. Firms in Europe started to prosper and employ increasing number of people with a disability. Schemes and coordinating organizations became more established and numerous in the 1990s. A social firm is a business that has been set up specifically to improve the quality of life as well as the social and economic integration of disabled people through appropriate employment opportunities. The aims of social firms include empowerment of the individual. These businesses are committed to the social and economic integration of disabled people through employment, by which individuals gain market wages. This is a mean to economic empowerment. A social firm is a business created for the employment of people with a disability or disadvantage in the labor market. It is a business which uses its market-oriented production of goods and services to pursue its social mission. More than 50% of its income should be derived from trade. A significant number, minimum 30% of its employees, will be people with a disability or other disadvantage in the labor market. Every worker is paid a market rate wage or salary appropriate to the work, whatever their productive capacity. Work opportunities should be equal between disadvantaged and non-disadvantaged employees. All employees have the same employment rights and obligations. The definition highlights the following three important aspects which define a social firm and make it different from other models for the vocational integration of people with disabilities and disadvantaged people. First, creation of employment under market conditions as employment under conditions in which meaningful goods or services are produced. Second, social firms pay salaries at market rate and offer regular employment contracts. Third, all employees have the same rights and obligations. Social firms can be divided into two types: employment social firms and employability social firms. An employment social firm creates jobs. It is a social enterprise that trades in the open market and has a social mission of recruiting at least 25% of its employees from people facing major barriers to work. It earns at least 50% of its income through the sale of its products or services. The profits are not distributed to shareholders but are reinvested in the business for growth and to create more jobs. An employability social firm improves the employment prospects of job disadvantaged people through a wide range of work-based opportunities. This might be work experience, training or coaching to help people become job ready. It often finds its employees from people who have come through its own development processes, therefore being both an employment and an employability social firm. Many social firms offer a mix of job training and jobs, so it is possible to be an employment and an employability social firm at the same time. What is job disadvantaged? Everyone needs to feel part of the community. Most people find that work is an important part of their self-image. For most people, finding themselves out of work is a devastating experience, and in an economic downturn, there are fewer jobs to go around. For some people, it doesn't matter much if the economy is good or bad. Even a good economy doesn't have a significant effect on their likelihood of getting a job. Being excluded from work is a normal experience. We call this job disadvantage. People who are job disadvantaged are likely to be from one of 5 groups. They have or have had physical disability, learning disability, learning difficulty, ill mental health, been homeless, or been in prison or have a criminal record. Social firms believe that everyone should have the opportunity to be employed, and so have set up to provide jobs and training for individuals in these job disadvantaged groups. They know that often an individual experiences more than one type of job disadvantage, which increases the difficulty that they might have in finding a job on the open labor market. Social firms are committed to the three principles of enterprise, employment, and empowerment. Employment. For employment, social firms, at least 25% of employees will be job-disadvantaged individuals. The employees are treated equally and will have a contract of employment at or above the national minimum wage. Reasonable adjustment will be made for employees relevant to their needs. For employability social firms, the focus is on providing quality training, work placements, and job coaching for job-disadvantaged individuals. Job-disadvantaged individuals should make at least 60% of people supported, and robust systems are in place to ensure that there are positive and empowering outcomes for supported individuals. Empowerment. Social firms are committed to the social and economic integration of job-disadvantaged people through employment. A key means to this end is economic empowerment through all employees having a contract of employment and a market wage at or above national minimum wage. There is a focus on maximizing each employee or trainee client's individual ability and potential relating to their career needs and the firm's needs. Enterprise. Social firms are specifically independent businesses that combine a market orientation and a social mission to create employment or increase employability for people who are job disadvantaged. The business activities of social firms vary widely, from events management to building. At least 50% of the firm's turnout will be earned through sales of goods and/or services. The firm will have an appropriate legal status. It must not be governed or driven by individual profit. Remote shareholders will not extract unreasonable profit. It employs robust business planning, which covers all aspects of its business activities. All reports conclude that social firms are viable businesses producing good results, and that in the long term public investment in social firms is returned through their taxes and social contributions. Let's see the most typical and influential examples. 15. 15 is the name of the restaurant and the supporting charitable foundation. The foundation's mission is to inspire disadvantaged youth, including those with drug or alcohol problems, the unemployed, and the homeless, to believe in themselves and the possibility of becoming chefs. Oxford Wood Recycling. Their mission is to address the wasteful attitude towards wood products in the UK by providing alternative waste management solutions. Building on social enterprise business experience, there was also an opportunity to enable people facing severe disadvantages to get back into mainstream employment. They have become an award-winning social enterprise and offer training to local people through volunteering and employment opportunities. Their mission is firstly to relieve unemployment by providing jobs, work placement, training and volunteering opportunities for people whose circumstances mean that they are very often excluded from work. Equally, to protect the natural environment by recycling and reusing waste wood and by promoting the use of sustainably produced timber. Let's see in a video.
Enjoyed working at Oxford Recycling because it's a great place for people like me who are passionate about wood. I particularly enjoy working with customers and colleagues to help them achieve their projects.
I love working for OWR because everyone is so welcoming, friendly and supportive. I already feel like part of the team, and I hope to continue my journey with OWR once I've completed my course.
Aquamax. As already presented in the video, Aquamax is an aquarium company which installs and maintains aquariums around the country, in various places like Birmingham and Bradford. Aquamax is a social firm, which means 25% of the workforce has to be disadvantaged in the workplace. They employ deaf people and it gives them the chance to get a foot on the employment ladder. One employee explained, "I've never worked with anyone who's deaf before and it's kind of challenged my prejudices. Just because somebody's deaf doesn't mean he's different from anybody else." Scotch Bonnet is a catering company that provides African and Caribbean food for corporate events. Scotch Bonnet has really been very successful. As well as being a commercial business, it's tailored towards supporting people with learning disabilities and mental health needs to work effectively within the kitchen. As a case study of social firm, we present Jamie Oliver's Restaurant 15.
Some people are worse off than others, but to be honest, I can't say my background's been that bad, but saying that there's a lot of people in my course that backgrounds have been a lot worse, and these are not their last chances, but it's a good chance, and it's probably a better chance than most things that they could do.
I didn't really think about my future. All I was thinking about was what I could do to become intoxicated that day. I was in education, but that was I was hanging in there by the skin of my teeth.
It's just I weren't doing nothing for myself. It started to depress me that I knew that I was going to be, if I didn't do anything soon, I'd have benefits for the rest of my life, not doing nothing.
Real pool because we're a great restaurant. We've got lovely food, amazing produce that we source really carefully, great wine list, everything that you look for in a restaurant. But we've just got this added buzz, which is our charity and our purpose.
15 takes 18 young people for a year-long programme. They all have a range of different backgrounds. They come to us with a new page, a clean slate, and the opportunity that we provide them with is to become professional chefs at the end of the year.
To come from nothing to getting up 7 o'clock in the mornings, going to college 4 days and 2 days a week, coming to work from 8 to 11 at night, for me, that's a big achievement.
Are you doing pasta now? When you go back upstairs and do it?
We go to college, we do 2 days a week at college, and then 1 day a week we do sourcing trips or activities or team building, and then we do 3 days a week at the restaurant, working in the full restaurant as we would in the industry.
I think one of the key parts of the programme is the sourcing trips. They're fantastic because that's the way they understand the produce they're going to use in the kitchen. But it's much more than that. For some of the young people, it's the first time they're outside of their postcode.
Last year we finished and I'm now working full-time at Pop D'Argent. Before, I was just working part-time in a bowling alley, living in a hostel. That's it really. My goal at the time I was on the course was to finish the course and complete it all without dropping out or anything like that. And then I think when you get towards the end, you then can see the future. You can see actually this is a career path for me. This is something I can do for the rest of my life.
We're given a lot more support here. everyone's got their own stories, so it's their understanding. If you've got troubles going on at home, they'll help you, try and sort them out as best as they can.
Everyone was saying, criminal record, I can't get a job, I can't go in college, I can't do this, I've been in prison, I can't get a job, I can't do this, but really that's not true. You can. You still can go places, you still do things, and there's people that want to help. You just have to let them help you. Most people these days don't let people help.
If you've got problems at home or anything else, they make you feel better about them, so you can concentrate on the course rather than just letting you walk away and not carry on.
My sister goes to college now and they're like, write about a role model. She writes about me, like our big brother. He's been bad, but now he's doing good. Like, I'm trying to change people, like the way they look at me as well, like, you know what I mean?
I get bored easily. If I don't enjoy something, I feel like there's no point in me doing it. Because if I'm going to do something every day of my life, I want to know that I'm enjoying it. And with this, I haven't taken a day off yet.
Jamie Oliver established the 15 charity restaurant where he trained disadvantaged young people to work in the hospitality industry. The main idea was to offer young unemployed people the chance to learn to work in the restaurant industry. The restaurant continues to train young adults who have a disadvantaged background for careers in the restaurant business. 15 is the first restaurant he ever opened and started out as a way to bring unemployed young people into this industry. Since then, they've trained more than 500 apprentices worldwide. When he opened 15 in 2002, he never believed that it would be as good as it is today, serving up its best food ever and thriving off bright new talent. 15 was opened in 2002, shortly after Jamie established himself with his hit Channel 4 program The Naked Chef. Following the success of the original restaurant in London, more 15s have opened around the globe. 15 Amsterdam opened in December 2004, 15 Cornwall in New Quay in May 2006, and 15 Melbourne in September 2006. 15 Melbourne has since closed. They offer young, unemployed people the chance to learn through apprentice program and, of course, great food. 15's purpose is also to train and rehabilitate the vulnerable young people in society. Through their love and passion of great food, they give the apprentices a second chance at life, giving them the skills they need to build a successful career. Jamie opened his first 15 restaurant in East London in 2002 with the aim of both opening a top-class restaurant and giving disadvantaged young people the opportunity to gain professional training that would set them up for an independent, inspired and productive life. 15 is the name of the restaurants and the supporting charitable foundation. The foundation's mission is to inspire disadvantaged youth, including those with drug or alcohol problems, the unemployed and the homeless, to believe in themselves and the possibility of becoming chefs. A restaurant is not built for profit, but was founded to help others. What makes the project work is that original social enterprise model. Without the apprentice program, 15 would be just another high-end restaurant. Without the high-end restaurant, the foundation would be just another youth training center divorced from commercial reality. More in a leadership training video.
When Jamie Oliver, Britain's favourite TV chef, opened his first restaurant, he took on his biggest challenge yet. 15 unemployed youngsters to train in his kitchen. Once selected, the real challenge started as Jamie began training his budding young chefs.
And I want to make it a really big and successful thing.
Could Jamie really turn this motley crew into a great team of chefs? So how did Jamie lead his team to success? And what can you learn about leadership from the way he did it? There's no point in trying to turn yourself into Jamie Oliver. You can't do it, and your team is probably not a group of trainee chefs. But whoever you are, and whoever your team may be, there are lessons to be learned from Jamie's story. The trick is to focus not on what he is, but on what he did. Because leadership is not a personality type or a position. It's an activity.
The restaurant took on 15 unprivileged youngsters whom Jamie Oliver trained as chefs, and the 15 Foundation was born. The charitable venture attracted an avalanche of accolades in 2003. Each 15 restaurant has its own local identity and works to support its surrounding area. Once a location has been found, a charity is set up to fund and run the apprenticeship. All 4 restaurants pass up profits to their foundations. In 2006, 15 Foundation created an events company, 15 Events. 15 is constantly improving. Most recently, they collaborated with legendary game developer Square Enix on their press event celebrating the launch of Final Fantasy XV. Short video about the 15 Apprentice program.
Did you know that a young offender costs the taxpayer at least £60,000 a year? But it only costs 30 grand a year to train a 15 apprentice. And that for every pound invested in 15, £9.50 of social value is generated. My 15 Apprentice programme takes unemployed young people with little or no qualification and gives them hands-on professional kitchen training, building happiness, hope and job prospects. 15 provides a bridge between a life with few prospects and a future in which anything is possible. But to do this, we need your help. Individuals, schools, businesses, governments, together we can start a revolution. However big or small, your contribution counts. So get involved and visit our website and stand up for real food.